welcome to my channel. My name is Akeem Mustafa, and today I'll be talking about integrating safety as a value in your business. So why am I taking this topic, or why is this topic very important? I always hear the slogan, safety first, safety first, safety first. You know, safety first is a very popular slogan, and it's used to actually promote the importance of safety, which is super good in many organizations. It's, a little background of this 20th century movement to reduce workplace hazards. But these days, the term safety first is so frequently used and loosely used that it often loses its meaning. The truth is, businesses and business leaders are in business to make profits first. Just have it at the back of your mind that they're in business to make profits first. Every business. Maybe the NGOs and, the non-profit organizations, but at the same time, they still need some money to run the business, right? So most organizations really think about making profits and making it first as a priority. Even, some organizations that are run by safety consultants, they have profits as their top priority also. So you see, as important as it is, that safety is, safety professionals need to upgrade themselves, to understand the businesses better, to understand the economics of the business proper, to understand the goals of the business proper, and make themselves become safety business partners, not just safety managers or safety directors or safety officers or safety inspectors, as the case may be. They need to understand that the business needs and provide safety solutions tailored to help these businesses achieve their goals and objectives, while the businesses stand on the shoulders of health and safety. So as a safety professional, our colleagues, other business leaders, they should see us as business partners, not majorly as cost centers like they always see us and talk about us. Or as inspectors, like policemen, they just put our torchlight everywhere. We want to stop businesses. We want to stop projects. We want to stop jobs. Hey, stop, you're unsafe, Or, most times, like I said, they see us as showstoppers. So when you're coming this way, everybody's either beginning to wear their hard hats or running away the other direction. That's how a lot of people and business leaders and our colleagues see us when they hear about a safety professional. Although the slogan carries good intentions, safety first carries good intentions, it's essential to move beyond those mere words and actively implement measures that integrate, the health and safety into every aspect of the business thoughts and also the processes. So every part of the business from beginning to the end. So it doesn't just stop at safety first, and then throughout the business, everybody drops safety. So we need, in every aspect of the business and throughout each process, think about how safety can be added as a value in each area. And if things change, how do we stop the job, or how do we review health and safety expectations again and carry on with the business and not stop the business and not slow down the business. Only slow down the business when it needs to be slowed down. But also, as health and safety business partners, think about how the organization would make profits while we're proffering our solutions. I'm going to share in some seconds from now some examples of how to gauge where your organization currently stands and how your organization perceives safety, and how you can, begin to help them change their perception to make them see safety as a value rather than a cost or burden to the organization. So first, I classify the businesses into 5 business types, and I will talk about them one after the other. So the first I'm going to talk about is an uninformed business. So the uninformed business is a business that sees safety as a cost. They consider safety to be a cost. They consider safety to be a necessary evil. They don't integrate it into policies, into procedures, no. Their primary focus is on production. there's an inadequate budget for implementing safety activities. Every time there's a struggle. They believe that operations is inherently dangerous. There's nothing you can do about it or change it. Accidents must happen. That's what they believe in. When they're bidding for jobs, they include a budget for fines. They believe that they would violate one or two things, or they will cause one or two accidents to happen, and we cover. There's so much money in the budget to cover that when it happens. They view accidents, as human errors. So when there's an accident, they say, Mr. A, Mr. B caused it. And most times, those people are punished. That's how you know a business that's uninformed. But that's how you know that you're in the category of the uninformed business. Now, we go into the second class of business, which is called the reactive business. Now, the reactive business is a business, if you fall within this category, you begin to see these kind of features. There's safety is inconsistently communicated as a priority. So sometimes they tell you safety is a priority, sometimes they just ignore safety. When a project falls behind, that they're undergoing a production, falls behind, they drop safety and they value those things first. They forget about health and safety. One other thing that they do is that safety is not valued and enforced when they are conducting or when they're on varying shifts. So varying shifts, I'm talking about weekends like Saturdays, Sundays, or holidays, when you have maybe little or no management team on site, when you have no safety professional on site, and probably the regulators are not also at work on those days. And that's, they just look at those days as holidays for themselves. So safety is on holiday for them in this kind of reactive business. Safety policies are not reviewed. Then, they don't review them. They don't look at, whether it's consistent. So today it's like this, tomorrow it's this way. Today this person is punished, tomorrow that person is committed the same thing, is not punished, or there's no disciplinary action, there's nothing, there's no investigation. So today there's an accident, they spend some time to investigate it. The other day they don't, so they're not consistent with anything. So they are just a reactive business. The third business that I'm going to talk about is a compliant business. So the compliant business, they follow minimum regulatory requirements. So if they are, for example, in Canada, they follow the maybe in Ontario, in Canada, they follow the Occupational Health and Safety Act. In Ontario, they follow the Ministry of Labor's requirements. They just meet this minimum requirement. That's all they follow. If they're in the US, they follow the OSHA. Then Nigeria, they follow the minimum requirements for health and safety in those countries or wherever they find themselves. They don't. So their health and safety program is designed based on minimum requirements. If the inspections are required to be, if workplace inspections are required to be done once in a year, they do it once in a year, and that's it, they move on. So they focus solely on lagging indicators. So they only have review of their incidents when an accident happens. That's when everybody wakes up and begin to talk about health and safety. They don't conduct safety meetings. They only conduct it when it's required. So the government says once in a year, they do it once in a year, and they move on with their life. So they are only majorly concerned about complying with regulatory requirements, and not that like they believe in health and safety per se. Then you have the proactive business. Now, the proactive business is what most of the organizations that, most organizations fall within this category, but a few I'll talk about fall into the next category. But a lot of organizations fall in this category. A lot of organizations that think about health and safety, that that propose health and safety, and that's why it's called the proactive businesses. So the companies include health and safety in their bids. So if they want to go for a project with the government, with a major organization, they include the health and safety in the bids. they make sure that, they meet the company's organization's health and safety requirements, regulatory health and safety requirements, and they also bring in their own health and safety program into the bidding process. And, it shows very well that they have health and safety as a value in the organization. When they're doing subcontractor selection, it's majorly based on health and safety performance. So when they're also looking out for them to do jobs, they also, talk about how health and safety impacts on those organizations. Safety is not compromised for the sake of production in this organization. The organization thinks about health and safety first. The company uses the principles of prevention through design to reduce workplace hazards and prevent workers from injuries. So, from the beginning, they think about the engineering design, engineering controls. They think about substation isolation, controls, and everything, administrative controls, PPE, to just make sure that their people are protected. But majorly, they look at the engineering design first, which is really good. They are really proactive in this kind of business for health and safety. They also hold written inspections. They complete them and they track all these inspections, all the open items to abatement. So it's a proactive business. They set time to do their inspections, in advance, and get people engaged to do these inspections and all this. So they are proactive, and that's why I say most organizations that are really good with health and safety fall within this proactive business category, and that's really good. But what I like organizations to fall into is the next one, the exemplary business model, or the exemplary business category. So for the exemplary, like it means, you are an example to others. You're a model to others. You're like a mentor to others. You are the leaders. You're in that field, and others, copy you or follow you. So for this category, we have, safety is integrated into policies, into procedures, formally and informally. So, but when they're at work doing normal meetings, scheduled meetings, unscheduled meetings, they think about health and safety. When, they're talking to clients or contractors, they go for business meetings or they go for seminars, you see them talking about health and safety, and as it applies to both their own organization and the organization that they are speaking to. So health and safety is both formal and informal in this kind of organization. So it's in the DNA. It's communicated vertically, it's communicated horizontally throughout the organization. So everybody, top, bottom, top, vertically, horizontally, everybody is engaged for health and safety. All meetings all meetings, including, like I said, formal and informal meetings, they try to start with a safety moment or a safety topic, or safety concern. So this is, a very clear picture of what you want to see an exemplary business that values health and safety. So safety is never compromising in this kind of business for productivity. Whether the operations or production stops, they still will review what went wrong and how it's going to impact on health and safety of the workers, health and safety of the environment, and then continue the job. So there's never too much time that's spent for health and safety for this organization. Then, like I said before, there's a regular wide communication. There's communication top, bottom, horizontal within the organization to reinforce the culture of health and safety as a value. They share newsletters, they share alerts, incidents, alerts. The leaders share messages. So there's always a show of leadership commitment. There's always new safety topic to talk about. There's so many things to talk about for health and safety. This company also, measures and uses leading indicators to improve the safety climate on the work site. So, talk about, onboarding process, trainings, inspections, audits, reporting of incidents to encourage the workers to do. There's no blame culture here. So it's like I said, it's an exemplary way to lead health and safety, to show that the health and safety is at the start of work, while you're doing the job, and when you complete the job. Like also it is for the proactive businesses. For the exemplary businesses, there's also application of prevention through design for all their projects, all their activities. You know, they will have captured all the risks, all the hazards, put in the adequate controls, and review these things with time. So one of the things that I would like to highlight here is that for the exemplary businesses and the proactive businesses, which, you know, like I said, I want people listening to look towards being an exemplary business. There's always that thin line between success and failure. So most time people get to become exemplary businesses and get carried away with the results, carried away with their achievements, and begin to celebrate, just keep celebrating and not do continual improvement. So you need to think about the PDCA, plan, do, check, and act. So you need to always review your business, always review your health and safety program, always review how the safety program is a value to your organization. So you continue to do, audit, continue to do inspection, continue to review your performance, continue to review your success stories, continue to review incidents, that occur within the organization, both the small and the big ones. Also continue to learn lessons from similar organizations like yours or industry-related organizations. Learn how this kind of incident occurred. Let it, be shared within your team so it doesn't happen within your workplace. Be very proactive, be at the cutting edge, of making safety a value in your organization. So you have this in place, you would continue to make your business successful and continue to make safety a very big value within your safety culture of the organization, and continue to move your safety programs from one level to the other. So what I want you to do right now after watching this short video is to objectively review where your business stands and seek for opportunities and programs to help improve your safety culture and how your organization values health and safety from the level which you're currently at to the next level. If you need help with moving your organization and getting to the next level, you may contact me directly. You can send me a message, or you can put your questions in the comment section, and I'll be glad to answer them. Thank you for listening in, and talk to you again in my next episode. Bye and thanks.